Butterfly's Interment. She gladly buries herself in a beautiful dream. Where's that blondie gun? This place is... This is the first time she's ever seen so many people fleeing in despair. People are streaming out of the Connection HQ, yelling things to each other like, "It's gonna blow!" Where the common folks scatter, the Demon King abides. You there, the one at their head. You are a worthy opponent for a hero. Here I come. Move! Hurry up and move your ass. You have your own place to die. Don't make me move up my timetable. Carl beats a miserable retreat out of the meeting hall. He's no different from the ordinary citizens of Port Mika as he flees. His original plan, to have people disguised as rioters from Port Mika attack this place and kill Lydia in the process, is a lost cause. Everyone heard what the doll said about blowing up Connection HQ. If Lydia dies now, people will merely write her off as an unfortunate casualty of the uprising. And if the HQ really does blow up, not only will Connection lose all its value, the URNC will most likely step in to investigate. That entails a very real risk that he will be sacrificed to cover things up. Keeping Lydia alive now might lead to her becoming a crucial bargaining chip later on. He tightens his grip on Lydia's hand as the latter struggles against him with all her might. She fights him every step of the way, a faint determination burning in her eyes. Contact the Dahl forces. Have them head over to the fuel tanks. Stop the detonation at all costs. Stop that crazy bitch of a doll. What fuel tanks? Where are they? It's you! What? It's a doll. Keep her away from me. Kill her. Yeet! The Chevrolet jumps over the doll's head and sends them flying with a kick. What the heck? I'm a hero who's here to stop this calamity, not some villain. Hey. Are you League Lady Lydia? Yes, the passing hero or whatever. I need your help. I'll tell you how to put an end to all this. Oh? Port Mika's residents are fleeing to the outskirts of town. Look, the streets are full of people. Did Basti do something? Oh yeah, she told me to stay away from Connection HQ after rescuing Zoe. She's just making a bigger mess of things. Zoe, is there a way to restart the beacon control center and restore network service? Otherwise, even if the commander sends people over, we won't be able to contact them. Damn it, even if I use the vehicle's equipment to set up a temporary beacon to access the control center. They have already removed the dongle that Basti and Phelan planted, so remote access will be denied. We'll need to go to the beacon control center and physically access it. But we can't do that, right? From what I know about Basti, she's definitely going to do something insane. That's why she wanted to keep you away from it. Things being what they are now, I need to put your safety first, so we need to get as far away from this place as we can. Is she going to use those bombs? Surely she wouldn't do something so extreme, right? She wouldn't, right? Big Sis Phelan, no matter what Big Sis Basti's plan is, we need to restore network access to the outside world. We're the only ones who can do it right now. According to Nick C's tactical predictions, we'll be going up against way more defenders than we can hope deal with if we assault the beacon control center. But once we take care of that, we'll be able to talk to Master. Got it. We'll try and come up with something together. Actually, there's another way, but it isn't possible now, is it? Auntie Lydia. Oh. Hello, we've got a delivery. Sakura Fuse again. This is a birthday cake for your child's second birthday. Could you sign here, please? That's strange. How come the streets are deserted today? Isn't it better if there's nobody around? Now you can make all your deliveries on time. Alright, let's talk more work. Okay. Sakura's going to work hard to earn her way back into the commander's arms. I like how she is just a cameo in this story. Look out! Hey! The Chevrolet knocks back the doll beside Lydia with a roundhouse kick. She follows up by shooting through her opponent's joints, which completely immobilizes it. Can't believe you're getting such good performance out of your mess of a body. Commander praised me for it too. Everyone in the community worked hard to help piece my body together, so don't judge it by its looks alone. I think I heard Basti and Phelan mention the commander too. You all from the League of Unreasonable Dolls or something? In the past, the commander was our beloved leader, but then all kinds of things happened, and some of our friends, Oh yes, Basti apparently knows the commander. Could she be someone I forgot to, like good old Sakura-chan? Speaking of which, where are we headed, League Lady? Not we, just me. There shouldn't be any more dolls in my way up ahead, right? In that case, you don't have to keep escorting me. Go and stop Busty. While I don't think she'd let Zoe get hurt, I've never heard of a heartbroken doll before. She might actually go that far. So what are you going to do next? I'm going to do my duty as an aunt. And I'm going to give my niece a present she will love. Lydia points into the distance, at a decorated control terminal. The moment Duchevene sees it, understanding dawns on her. The original plan was for Lydia to launch 12 of these airborne beacons as part of the final stage of the ceremony. You really are a friend of justice after all, Leg Lady. No, I'm just a crooked merchant. Alright, scurry along now, and if you see Zoe, just tell her this. She doesn't have to worry about my survival from now on. It's what she always wanted. Just as Sweeper predicted, the number of dolls standing guard around their objective, the beacon control center, far exceeds the amount she and Phelan can handle with their firepower. While they have their upper hand in combat skills, they cannot make up for being massively outnumbered. Moreover, the minor damage they have accumulated through all this continuous fighting has begun to add up, and is slowing their movements. I think our flames can last 8 more minutes, tops. Can't be helped then. We'll just need to thin their ranks slowly and pray we don't get hit by stray shots. Huh, so even Sangbis fairy dorks know what it means to pray. You truly are one of the commander's subordinates, judging by how good you are at pissing me off. Hey Brad, got any other ideas? I'm working on it. Zoe's fingers fly across the keyboard. The sounds of keystrokes almost drown out her voice. Nope. I cannot do it with my current equipment, but I cannot give up now. Port Nica's our home. It might be a crappy place, but it's still our home. I just... Got it, cover me. If I can get close enough, I can try to hack them through their electrical circuits. Absolutely not. I would expose Miss Della's daughter to that kind of risk. Master wouldn't approve either. But if we don't, at this rate, it's going to be just like when Mama left me. I'm going to be completely useless again. A notification suddenly pops up on the screen of her laptop. Zoe furiously wipes her tears away, and then her eyes go wide as she stares at the message in disbelief. Connection failed. New accessible beacon detected. Attempting connection. Connection successful. Name. You see, stupid big sis, we're really flying. Son of a bitch. She actually did it. Through her tears, the sky looks exceptionally blue. In the distance, a distinct aircraft soars high into the sky, tracing a graceful arc through the heavens as it hovers high above the land. Upon closer inspection, it appears to be a high-performance Aerodyne, a technological marvel with a 12-meter wingspan. But right now, it looks just like a little paper plane. Yeah! Ha! Yeet! Oh no, my lady, such menial labor ill suits you. As Carl and his minions arrive, they are treated to an interesting sight. Lydia did not flee upon seeing them. Instead, she picked up a drop rifle and shot the astronomically expensive control terminal before her to pieces. Once she ran out of bullets, she began bashing the wreckage with the rifle's butt. His henchmen easily subdue her and take the broken rifle away, but the control terminal is no longer usable. You think you can stop me like this? That drone will need at least 10 minutes to reach broadcast altitude. Nobody besides you is authorized to change the airborne beacon settings. So if I control you, this place will still be isolated. Carl, what now? Planning to beg for your life? Isn't it a bit late for that? Carl frowns as he speaks. This is because he noticed that Lydia has the sweetest and most cheerful smile on her face that he's ever seen. It's as though her age has physically reversed to when she was an innocent and carefree girl. You're a miserable little shit, but you're not irredeemable. Run, that's my advice to you. Your advice? Are you trying to make me laugh myself to death? All you did was launch a single drone. It doesn't change anything. I'm still going to win. You made 2 mistakes. First, you didn't read the brochure. Drones like that can cover an area with a radius of 400 kilometers across in just 5 minutes. Secondly, if parents trust their children, they can leave everything to them with a peace of mind. Don't forget that you're my prisoner. I have ways to make you do what I want. Also, you don't have children, do you? Yeah, you're right. I guess that's my biggest regret to date. I suppose. What? Carl points his gun at Lydia, who slowly closes her eyes. His eyebrows twitch as he sees the serene look on her face, as well as her faint, victorious smile. So that's how it feels, Della. I think I get it now, big sis. The gunshot blasts through Lydia's hair, and her face is scorched by a powder burn. This isn't over yet, Lydia. You still have your uses. Boss, I spotted one of our trucks. Those two dolls got that brought back, and they are in the HQ compound. We're trying to get the situation under control. Zoe. Stop, Lydia. Time for a family reunion. This is to repay you for what you said just now. I'm not irredeemable, am I? A veritable tide of mass-produced dolls pours in toward Paitusa and Feilin. Their movements are smooth, but gradually slowing down, and the range of activity is gradually shrinking. Meanwhile, Zoe is hard at work inside the truck. This is bad. We need to get Zoe out of here. Not possible. There are conglomerate forces all around us. We're trapped. Looks like we've got no choice but to hold the line and believe in the brat, no? I've done it! I've cracked the cipher key! Even she is surprised by what she's done. It's the same decryption process as before, but it's several times smoother than how it went last night. Is she getting better at this? Was Mom really helping her, or has she become as familiar with the security system as her own home? Cipher key authenticated. To access administrator privileges, please provide voice print verification. Voice print verification, damn it. Looks like we still need Lydia after all. If only we had a recording of her voice. No, Zoe. Lydia isn't the only one with the administrator access. Della Sable has it too. Do you have her voice print? Mama? But why would Lydia keep Mama's access until now? Was she really not the person I thought she was? Zoe takes out her cell phone. It contains a recording of her mother's voice. Perhaps. Her eyes suddenly go wide. Lydia Sable, Della Sable, but after them is a third account with the highest access permissions, registered just a few minutes ago. Zoe Sable. Cipher key authenticated. To access administrator privileges, please provide voice print verification. I agree. Why can I sign for the deliveries I made? They're going to be flagged as late. There was a widespread network outage. I cannot even connect to any external networks. But I was supposed to finish by today so I could go back and see the commander. What's going to happen to my schedule now? Just as Sakura wails in despair, a series of beeps draws her attention. Ding! 1, 2, 3, a rapid-fire series of electronic notifications suddenly rings out from all around her. There's nothing strange about these sounds. They're merely message received notifications. However, the fact that she's hearing so many of them at once implies something big has happened. We're back online! Yatta! Sakura, look at the connection compound. As Sakura watches in awe, 11 more drones like the one which took flight earlier all take off from the courtyard. They are the airborne beacons that should have been launched in today's ceremony. Sakura takes out her communicator and sees countless notifications that have been piling up all this while. Most of them are reminders of deliveries that are about to be overdue. Wait, if the network had remained down, I could have run from reality for a little longer. In her dejection, Sakura misses something. Unlike before, there is a strange line of text at the top of her screen. Services provided by the bugs. Commander, we've got signal. I don't know who activated the new beacon and the signal quality is not very good. However, it's enough for us to build a D2D channel and establish communications with Dushebene. So we don't need to trouble Dandelion to step in? Excellent. Contact them ASAP. Will do. Not long after we started thinking of ways to help Dushebene and Paitusa with their problems and told them to dispose of the explosives, the Elmo lost contact with the two of them. We received news from various regions about the beacon control center shutdown in Port Mika. Since such regional network outages were fairly common, we couldn't simply conclude that something bad had happened to them. However, both Helen and Ulrich were very worried about them. Helen's concern was more like that of a parent for a child. Ulrich, on the other hand, was scared that she wouldn't be able to pay for the beacon control center if it got blown up. Speaking of which, Helen, there's something very strange about all this. The doll who took Dushebene hostage felt oddly familiar. That does seem quite noteworthy. I think your instincts are quite accurate, Commander. Although her voice was processed, when I hacked her neural cloud, I saw... What did you see? I saw you, Commander. Therefore, I didn't do any further damage to her neural cloud. So you're saying she's an ex-Griffin doll? I'm inclined to believe so. That would also explain why she had a complete breakdown after hearing what you said. It would have been a massive mental blow, like instantly melting her neural cloud down. I think the only person on Earth who could do that with just a few words would be you, Commander. Perhaps I'm imagining things, but there seems to be a playful undercurrent to Helen's words. Understood. Let's get Defh on the line ASAP. I have an idea. I think Helen is just jealous. This is message number 3753. Is also going to be the last one. I'm sorry, darling. I couldn't come back to your side in the end. Basti is planting the explosives around the fuel tanks. He tenderly arranges the cold metal like she's decorating for her own wedding. At first, I think I pushed myself too hard. All I wanted was to return to your side. I didn't give a damn about the agreement or the political situation or whatever. To me, all those stupid rules were not supposed to prevent two hearts from speaking to each other. My soul is yours. Didn't we promise each other that when we made our oath? And because of that, I was always fighting. I fought the people who tried to stop me. I fought the people who spoke ill of you. I fought those hazy, insubstantial rules. But it seems I grew weaker without my darling by my side. I caused lots of trouble and I made everyone hate me. In fact, I very nearly ended up as crap. Fortunately, I met Della. She was a romantic and an idealist, which made her resemble you in a way. She saved me, and for a while, I thought things were going to get better. But as you know, the world is never good to good people, and she passed away not long after that. She was murdered by these people because she collected too much information that could reveal their true nature. Della's death changed lots of things. She left behind a whole bunch of orphans that nobody would care for, and her own daughter became an orphan too. I even met Helen. I'm talking about GRG-41. She was waiting like a dork for you, all by herself, trying to protect the griffin she knew until she collapsed because of a lack of brain maintenance. If Della hadn't saved her, she'd have ended up like me too, which is why we couldn't abandon Della's kids. Afterwards, Helen and I became partners, and then I realized I'd become a troublesome girl. I didn't dare to push myself anymore. I began to fear coming back to your side. But I didn't know how to live without you. So I had a wicked idea. It's the proof that I became a bad person. I used Della's kids. I brainwashed them about how good the commander was. I told them that was the best thing they could do in their lives was to become useful to the commander. I turned my desires into children's dreams. With that in mind, I could work hard again, using others to fulfill my desires. I don't think I can be forgiven for that. I know that's the kind of thing you hate the most. I should have died long ago. I should have died the day you left. At the very least, there would have been some value in my death. And I'm ready to put an end to everything. I will destroy myself, Lydia's company, and the conglomerate's schemes. While I don't know what exactly is going on, the conglomerate is going to take this place over sooner or later. They're going to take this town that grew prosperous thanks to Della's death and eat it all up. Say, darling, the conglomerate is the enemy, right? Well, Basti, unfortunately, everyone is an enemy. It's your enemy, right? If they get their hands on connection, they'll be able to control all communications in the Yellow Zone, and that would be really inconvenient for you, right? So this is my last wish, Commander. This selfish little kitty of yours just wants to die while loving you. Please forgive me, darling. So fucking dramatic. I've got no idea what you're muttering about, but this is the end for you, little Demon King. Defh is taking aim at her target. This shot is the key to putting an end to this whole incident. She needs to hit Basti in the head while not striking the surrounding bombs. Yet for some reason, she doesn't really hate this doll. At the very least, the sorrow and shock when she heard the commander's voice didn't seem fake to her. However, she doesn't have a choice. If those bombs go off, it will be too late for anything. And so, Defh must solemnly carry out the hero's duty. Are we connected? Defh, can you hear me? Just as she's about to pull the trigger, Defh suddenly picks up a choppy audio transmission. She immediately recognizes the garbled voice. Commander? Thank goodness it worked. Defh, I had Helen use the new airborne beacon as a relay to establish a point-to-point connection with you. Point-to-point? Ah, yes, that's... Several hours ago, the Port Pica sector you're in went completely offline and became a network dead zone. Service hasn't been fully restored yet. Do you know what happened? It went offline? Could this be part of the wicked conspiracy too? Still, that's not important. Defh lowers her voice and replies confidently. Don't worry, Commander. I'll take care of everything. Can I really not worry? Tell me what you're doing right now. I'm aiming at the target. Aiming at who? The master of the disaster, the evil demon king, that wicked blondie. She is a doll, and she used to be from Griffin, am I right? Duchesne is making the final adjustments for her shot. She is completely focused on her target. The world has been reduced to nothing more than the picture of her scope and her crosshairs. However, the commander just had to ask a very tricky question at that very moment. What's the fastest way for her to describe Basti the commander? She is the person who inflated the bidding price at the auction, who stole the auction lot, who attacked us. No, that won't cut it. The subject is just too complicated to quickly explain regardless of which incident she wants to begin with. More to the point, she doesn't have the mental energy to put her thoughts into words right now. Wait, that's it! A light bulb goes off over her head, and a term pops out of the depths of her mind. It's short and perfectly describes the doll's identity. Her name is GR Mark 23. Basti picks up the last bomb. She caresses it gently, wipes it and plants a light kiss on its surface. This will be the initiating explosion and the carefully chosen endpoint of her life. Oh yes, darling, I need to apologize to you. Even though we finally managed to meet each other again after 10 years, I yelled at you. Well, you were mean to me too, but that's okay. You don't have to apologize. I'm sorry. Who's that? Basti's tail suddenly shoots up in response to that sudden voice. The voice is close by. It's coming from right behind her. She instinctively raises her gun, but then that same instinct makes her lower it right away. Is she dreaming? Have the bombs already gone off? If this isn't her life flashing past her eyes, like it's supposed to just before you die, then why is she hearing the commander's voice? It was my fault. I should have known it was you sooner. GR Mark 23? Although I think your name is Basti now, isn't it? It's a lovely name. I hope to use it in the future. Could you find it in your heart to forgive me? Basti stands stock still. She doesn't even realize that tears are streaming down her face. She doesn't give any thought to whether this is real life or just fantasy. Just being able to hear the commander's voice again makes her happier than she's ever been. I want to make up for all this, for hurting your feelings, and for the 10 years that we've been apart. Therefore, I'd like you to take care of yourself. Can you do that for me, Basti? Hearing this drives Basti over the edge. She throws the bomb aside, discards all considerations of reality, and runs toward the boys. She rounds the corner and grabs the commander. However, the commander doesn't seem ready to handle Basti's burning love. Eh? The commander's soothing voice is coming from a speaker on her frame.